at what point does masculinity start to hurt?
I mean, the most dangerous thing is a man suffering in silence, And we've talked about it in the health episode we did with Bionic. It's, men traditionally, or like, in general, as a general statement, don't like to, go to the doctor, get themselves checked out. I think now it's becoming more popular even to like get a therapist and, speak on your mental health and things like that. And I don't know, maybe I might be wrong, but I think statistically speaking, I think men commit suicide higher than women, and it's because we're suffering in silence. And I think, hopefully this conversation helps to, further evolve that change, that saying, I guess, what a man is, and it's to, hey, we are emotional. It is okay to get help. It is okay to check on yourself. And I think some of my friends in our group chat, we've started, hey, let's talk about health. We're approaching our late 30s, early 40s, and it's like, yo, let's do all the tests, man. Hey, bro, did you know about this? You should get your checked out. Like, let's talk about it. And, let's not keep it a secret.
Yeah, suffering. I've definitely done my fair share of suffering in silence for sure. And it was because I don't want to come up as weak. I don't want to come off as someone who looks like he breaks down. But if I had I taken the break that I needed, I wouldn't have gotten to the point where I was treating people around me at the time so badly.
Yeah.
And it was really a reflection of how I felt about myself, lashing out on people, yelling at them. Bro, you see me now over the last year and a half.
You have been more calm.
I've been more calm, right? Like, I've been more calm. I've been more happy.
Yeah.
I've been more like, yo, whatever, let's not do this.
Or I feel like you catch yourself more now. You're like, yo, all right, this ain't important enough to like have an argument.
Yeah. I catch myself now. I catch myself now. Well, one that has to do a lot with therapy, right? More consistent therapy. So thank God. Shout out to Sandy. And also, and shout out to BetterHelp too. Thank you. Yeah. But like, I think it has a lot to do with I am more willing to be like, I am not okay right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the time for me to have this conversation. I will back out from it. I even tell my boy Alex, me and him, like, yo, like, if you know me and Alex love an argument. There's an argument that loves.
He seems super calm.
Hell no. That dude likes to argue about anything. If he believes that the water that is in front of you is blue, he will argue. He will try to convince you that it's blue. Thing about me is I'm a Scorpio. I'm like, that shit is water, bro. That shit's clear. Like, but he's a Leo. Mm-hmm. So those are naturally going to be competing all the time.
Yeah.
But even with him, and I'll give you him as an example, I'm much better to be like, look, bro, like, this is not worth us talking about. Me and him love going back and forth about the Knicks and the Lakers. Me and him love, and sometimes it be getting heated, and I'm just like, this is not even worth it. This is stupid. We're talking about a team we don't own. Like, this is stupid. So I'm now much more cognizant about me stepping away from things and me expressing, hey, I don't like the way you said that to me. Here's why. As opposed to before, like, oh, eat that in the chin. I'm a man. I'll take that. We're just cracking jokes. Sometimes some of the jokes somebody cracks is hurtful. Like, damn, you shouldn't be saying that again to me. Because that triggers me in a way that I don't want to be triggered, and that may have bad effects. Imagine if you said something to me. Imagine you personally, Mike, said something to me I didn't like multiple times, and then I punch you in the face because I don't like it. Then that's gonna be the end of this podcast, right? And so instead of me like, yo, Mike, I really didn't like the way you said that. Let's just nip this in the butt, and let's like whatever. And I'm just giving an example. There's nothing that you said that's offended me, but that's an example of a man just being expressive about it. Be like, yo, man, you violated right there. Let's not. I'm gonna let this one pass because you didn't know.
Yeah.
As opposed to before, you just had to be cool. Like when kids are cracking jokes at the lunch table, you're going for jugglers at that point, right? Like you may be hurting somebody's feelings for real.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I've suffered in silence in terms of like not being happy in certain situations I was in and not being expressing that. Yeah. Whether it was where I was in my life, the person I was with, whoever it may have been, whatever. And then it just led to like me treating my family like shit, me yelling at you a few times that we talked about, right? Like, so me being a man had a lot of bad effects where I was like, I can lose people around me if I don't get this really worked out and have a re-image or sort of re-perspective of what a man is.
Yeah.